to the quarantine diary. So right now I am washing clothes, long overdue, but I'm in my laundry room right now. Yeah, so I'm just gonna see how much of these clothes I can actually like fit into like the washer. It's a lot. So I'm currently in my living room. I was like watching YouTube videos. I saw that Tart's coffee bar tour, and then I saw what's his name? Matthew. He plays Reed in Criminal Minds, and so it's like a little mini house tour. But I'm like down here because my washer is psychotic. It literally sounds like it's about to explode. I'll insert the clip right now. So it was like almost done with like the spin cycle, which is like the last cycle before it turns off. So I just like stopped it because I was like seriously scared. The floor was covered in water. Nothing like too extreme, but I mean there's water everywhere. And I always tell Martine like there's water every single time I wash clothes, and it sounds like the washer's gonna explode. But he's never here when I wash clothes. But it just sounded like it's just like getting worse. So I like sent a video to him, and I sent a video to my cousin. And I'm like, we need to like find someone to like come over here and fix our washer. If anything, like I would ask like if maintenance here can like do something about it, because it's not their washer and dryer, it's like our washer and dryer. So I don't know. And then at 5:30 my time, I'm having a workshop. Well, I'm going to do a workshop. I'm not doing a workshop. I'm going to be taking the workshop class with the Brooklyn Art Library. I took 3 workshops last month, and I'm taking all 4 workshops this month, and they're all this week. And today is going to be on Procreate, which I'm excited. I'm on my iPad. Hi, Midoriya. Hi. Ah. Midoriya, I'm filming. I'm filming. Oh my gosh. But I'll talk to you guys when the workshop's supposed to start. It's supposed to start like in Midoriya! In an hour. So I came upstairs just like fix my bun because I'm going to try to film my coffee video. But I had to also come and get my iPad, since the workshop that I'm going to be taking today is going to be, we have to be using our iPad. We need to use Procreate. I can't find my Apple Pencil, so hopefully it's like in this bin downstairs. I've been slowly bringing stuff from my mom's house. And this is just like some random stuff that I've been bringing. I'm hoping my Apple Pencil's in here. Worst comes to worst, I literally just use my finger. But I'm pretty sure it's like in here. I have like all like the goods, some Dellas. Oh, this cute dumpling. Martine got it for me. Half anniversary gift, half birthday. And Midoriya, he like spilt my coffee. He like spazzed out and hit my coffee cup, and then it spilt on my dumpling. My diffuser, I have another diffuser. But the main thing, oh my gosh, you guys. Did any of you guys play Super Monkey Ball? I was obsessed with this game when I had the cube. That's insane. And it was on sale at Target, so I got it. But I feel like I'm getting distracted. So I don't know what happened, but my iPad literally did not even charge. I think I have like 19% and my pencil's dead. The workshop starts like in an hour, and it looks like I might like seriously have to just like use my finger and just keep my iPad plugged in like the whole time. But for proof, Jacqueline's iPad 19%, Apple Pencil 1%. Man, I'm just gonna make my coffee. And then before, I was making like selling Starbucks cups, so that camera got really close. So I made myself, obviously, if I'm gonna be selling cups, I'm gonna make myself my own. So I made this one. This one obviously is like fall / Halloween themed. That's what I'm going to do. Wish me luck on my video. I almost forgot to like log into my webinar. I was like filming how to make my iced mocha latte, and I almost forgot to log in. So I went upstairs. I think, is it starting? No, not. Anyways, so I went and took Midoriya upstairs so that way he won't mess with me when I'm like doing this. But oh my gosh, so stressful. So I don't know what's up with my Apple Pencil because oh my God, it keeps kicking me out. Why? But like I was saying, I don't know what's up with my Apple Pencil because usually like my Apple Pencil charges like pretty quick, and it's just like not charging like whatsoever. And I need to text Savanya asking if she's gonna keep kicking her out. Okay, this keeps kicking me out. I need to join this workshop. So update on my Apple Pencil. It's actually charging, went from 4% to 13%. Oh my god! Oh my god! I just can't hear anything. What the heck? Join audio. Oh my gosh, I need to figure this out because I can't hear anything. Yeah, so I think I had my Apple Pencil like plugged into my iPad like the wrong way, so I flipped it and not charging. And it's starting!
Pages included here. As you can see, there's also a lot of plants in them. I always keep fresh flowers at home, and I have a lot of house plants. And I'm telling you, plants are just the perfect sketchbook content, because whenever you want to draw, but you don't know what to make, you can just draw a plant, and it's exceptionally relaxing. But it creates a bit of some elements that are going off the page.
So this is what I have so far. We're doing like botanical digital drawings. And then this flower, Martine's mom gave it to me for my birthday. And here she is. She's still inking her work, and then afterwards she's going to show us how to do like a color palette. I did mine like pretty simple. I like how I did this one because they're really free-flowing, because usually I'm like really strict with myself. I don't know what's happening here. I like seriously have not drawn since I graduated, so my perspective is all like off. But if anything, I'll probably make this bigger and then crop this out, if anything, but we'll see. And then I'm here drinking my ice mocha, and since she's still inking, I'm like editing for my YouTube videos. It's so funny. But when we had like the workshops last time, Tavani was here, so we did the workshops together. But this workshop is like, it's like a little later, like 5:30ish. And then tomorrow's workshop, I only miss it because I have to go to office, but all the workshops are like recording. But I think she's gonna show us how to do the color palette. So here's my drawing so far. I'm like pretty much like coloring it like really basic. I thought I'd show you how to do the highlights and the shadows pretty quick, so that way, like, you know, like the highlights are always going to be within like the same family. That way you're not getting it too light or too dark. So what I do is that, so I colored everything, like I blocked everything off how I want it to be. So that's like layer 4. And then for the highlights, I make a layer right above it, and I put overlay. If I'm doing like the highlights, I do like a light purple, not white. So that way when I'm going over it, it'll just be like, you see, like it's always going to be like a light color within like that color. And if you want a shadow, you choose black and you do the same thing. So that way you're not trying to like guess like, oh, which color should I do for the highlight? Quick Procreate tip. Okay, so don't mind my hair. I just got back from the office maybe, well, I got home from the office like maybe 3 hours ago, like around 5. Hung out with my mom for a bit, then went to Walmart and neighborhood Walmart. Unfortunately, both stores don't carry what I need. I sold banana bread, and now I'm thinking about selling mandolines. So what I'm doing is I'm testing out different temperatures and times, so that way like they can be like perfect by the time I want to sell them. So I had to go to Big Walmart to buy the box that I'm thinking about putting them in, so that way I can like see if they all fit. And then I had to go to neighborhood Walmart because the actual food items I need for dinner they didn't have at Big Walmart. So right now I'm just waiting for the first batch of mandolines to be done. The recipe calls for it to be at 400 for 6 minutes, but 400 is too hot and 6 minutes just isn't long enough. And if I put it longer, they just get brown. So what I'm thinking is just put the temperature down. So I'm testing at 300. So far they've been in there for 10 minutes. So after the 300, I'm going to make some coffee and then raise the temperature up to like 325 and just like go from there. That's how we're testing it out. I have time, so let's do this. So update, these mandolines at 300 are taking at least 15 minutes, so I don't think I'm going to go with 300. I might go with anything above like 350, but I'm glad I tested out 300. I mean, they're cooking smoothly, they're just taking way too long for mandolines that the recipe calls to only take like 6 minutes. Okay, so I had started at 300, now I'm at 350, so I'm just like waiting for it to heat up. But this one was at 300 for like a little over 15 minutes. So here it is. This one was at 325 for 12 minutes. So this is what like I want it to look like this. This is just like way too light. So I want it to be kind of like this, but I want to see if I can achieve this at a hotter temperature. Okay, so I'm all done with the mandolines. I finally figured out like what temperature and like the time, and I also burnt myself taking out the pan. Like my skin, like literally can't even tell if it focuses, but it burnt off. And like my skin like looked kind of weird, so I rubbed it and it just like came off. So, but now I'm testing out the packaging because my cousin Brianna also does bake sale. She does cookies, and so what she does is that if she saw like 6 cookies versus a dozen, she has to use like 2 different boxes. So I didn't want to do that. I just wanted to see if I can just have like one uniformed box that would fit both 6 and 12, and I think I found it. So here are the boxes. Don't mind this. I didn't let them like actually cool off because I mean they're just for like me Martine. But these are 12 mandolines. They all fit in this box. They're all like stacked on top of each other. So that means if I want to do this, I have to let them cool, because if you just like put mandolines on top of each other without letting them cool, like they'll literally rip off. And that is how it would appear when the box is closed. And then imagine like twine, a little name tag, and I bought like little doilies to go inside, so I'm like super excited, and I honestly love it. So it fits, it works. Now I have to go off and buy a bunch of these. Midoriya! Hi Midoriya! So right now I'm on the floor in the guest room. I'm about to take another workshop with the sketchbook project. Today we're doing gouache. So I'll show you guys like which gouache I use. So this is the brand I used when I was in undergrad. I really like it. I bought this I think on Amazon. I could be wrong, but here are the gouaches. And it has all your primary, secondary, and tertiary colors. I used this for like a whole semester. So, a whole semester, and I still have a lot of paint left in here. And so what we would do is that obviously we would use like black and white a lot. So we would just get bigger tubes of black and white, which I have put away. But this is honestly such a good brand. So Turner Acrylic Gouache. I like it because it doesn't dry as fast as acrylic, and it's more workable than watercolor. And then of course I have the Himi acrylic gouache also. This one I got from like probably TikTok. And here they are. I have not opened them yet, so I'm hoping that after I take this class I'll open it. But the only thing is that once you open it, they're exposed, unlike those ones because they're in tubes, but you can just like reactivate them. And the class is starting.
Soluble paint that, unlike watercolor, is opaque. So the white of the paper does not show through if you're using it undiluted. You can water down gouache really easily, and you can do washes. You can do a watercolor-like effect. The term gouache was first used in France in the 18th century to describe a type of paint made with pigments bound with water-soluble gum.
I finished with the workshop maybe like 30 minutes ago. Now I'm making myself some tomato soup. But I followed the artist that was doing the workshop on both my main Instagram and my art Instagram, and she ended up following me, so I'm like super excited. And I feel so inspired. So I think what I'm going to do after I eat, maybe take a shower, or maybe like push it back into like later on today when I start sketching. Cause I do want to use my gouaches again, and I think just taking the workshop about gouache really gave me like that little push. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to sit down here, make my tomato soup, put some cheese in it, and just like watch some YouTube videos. Also, if you're ever making tomato soup, the key secret to a good tomato soup is using milk and not water. So after you pour all your tomato soup in a pan, you just want to fill up this can again with milk, and it'll be so creamy, so delicious. Okay, so they just brought me my mop. I honestly love curbside so much because there's just like times where I don't feel like getting dressed. Well, I like getting dressed, period. I mean, like, I literally change from like one pair of pajamas to another pair of pajamas. But I just like don't feel like going to the store sometimes and dealing with everyone in there. So I just been doing curbside, and it's been working out pretty good. So just got the mop. Did I mention already that we haven't mopped the apartment since we like moved? I think so, I'm not sure. Kind of gross. But oh yeah, like I was saying, So after the workshop, I got inspired to do like little gouache paintings. I didn't want to do it of Midoriya. So I was gonna go to Hobby Lobby today after I picked up the mop so I can get the paper. And then I remember that same paper that I was gonna buy, a sketchbook that had that same paper. So I'm gonna go to my mom's house because I left my sketchbooks there in the closet. I'm gonna go pick up the sketchbook and then go home and then film me making coffee, because next week's video is going to be sharing like different coffee recipes with you guys for like a whole entire week. Finished filming today for my coffee video that should be up next week after this one, and this is like a little behind the scenes of how messy. I feel like I shouldn't even be this messy, but I am. So here it is. I mean, not like super messy, but it's still messy. And this is because I can never pour like my espresso shot into like that cup. I pour into that cup when I'm mixing everything, and it just kind of just gets everywhere. So these last few days I've been looking forward to having sloppy joes, and so I went out, got this, and was about to make the sloppy joes right before Martine was coming home. Realized this is just the sauce. I don't know why I got this can. Was like, this was the sloppy joe. So now it's almost 11. We went to the store, got hamburger meat, and barely cooking. Today I did my hair because me and Tavania are supposed to be having a picnic at the park. So we came to Target, we met up here, and then I went to go park right next to her because she doesn't know exactly where the park is. But once she sees it, she's gonna know like exactly what park I was talking about, hopefully. But we got our Starbucks, and we honestly might not even stay there for that long because we live in Texas and it's just like so hot, and we planned it early, but it's still hot. I like literally saw you waving to the camera. You're like, you're over here filming TikTok. Oh my god. Oh, is it the one where like, oh, like Tanya said she's going to have one more drink, and then little did Tanya know she did not have just one more. Okay.
What was that guy's problem? I just said I was waiting for you. He's like, are you sure? I'm like, yeah. I don't know, it was weird.
He's probably like, you were already in front of me. Like, why did you go behind me if you would have been like next?
Like, you know what I mean? Like, to me, it would make sense. It's like, oh, I want to be with my friend.
It's probably never happened to him. Like, someone in front of him goes like behind him. He probably like, what? It does make sense.
Like,
unless
if
it's
no one there, then yeah, it would look stupid. But, like,
unless it didn't click that we were like friends to him.
Yep.
Oh yeah, so what I was saying to Vanya is because we get our Starbucks here at like the Target when we meet up, and they only make one drink at a time, and they always ask for the name, and so we were going back and forth like 5 times, me and the barista, because like she didn't get my name. And in my head, as I was like correcting her about my name, I was like, there's really no need for a name because my drink's not gonna get mixed up with anyone else's because you're only making like my drink. That was funny. I kept saying Jackie and she's like, Rocky? I'm like, no, like Jackie, like my name's Jackie. We talked a bit about what happened while we were in line for Starbucks. Now we're heading over to the park. You know what? Good thing that we're going to the other park because there's this park that oh my god, I was gonna run over a bird. What the heck? There's this other park nearby Target, and I was gonna actually recommend it. It has like a little lake and everything, but there's a bunch of people here with their kids. There's like a tournament or something, a sports tournament. What I don't get is how they could play sports safely. I got my mocha frappuccino. I also got my double smoked bacon sandwich, and I'm always having to ask if they could add mocha drizzle because like hit or miss. Some Starbucks just automatically add it, some don't. I love my extra mocha, so I always have to add it. And it's funny because I pulled up to Tavania. She was filming a TikTok. I think I already mentioned it. We'll see how long this lasts. We brought like paints and everything because we were expecting us like be cute, lay out there and like paint. lasagna went really well. If my hair looks any bigger, it's because I have like the AC blasting. It is so hot. We met up at 9:30. We pretty much like actually got to the park like at 10 because we're at Target. But it was just like so hot. Like I live in Texas and it's just not it. But we did stay there until like 2. And I went home, dropped off my stuff, and then I picked up clothes because I don't know if I mentioned, but our washer is like leaking. It's off balance, and we like put stuff underneath it to try to balance it out, but it's still off balance. It's leaking water from somewhere else. We don't know where it's leaking water from. So right now I'm just like taking all the clothes to my mom's house, and right now I am at Golden Chick getting myself a chicken salad sandwich and getting my mom's dog a roasted chicken breast. And then I think today I'm just going to be going back and forth between my mom's house and our apartment. I do want to get some stuff done at the apartment. I want to clean up a bit. So I can't really be waiting around at my mom's house for the clothes. So that's what I'm going to do. But I highly recommend the picnic. Me and Tamani, what we did was that we just went, got our Starbucks, got a little breakfast from Starbucks inside of Target, and then we brought painting supplies. So we painted, we did like little paintings, here at the canvases at the dollar store. But we agreed that we for sure need to do this again, but try to like aim for a day that's a lot fresher. I weighed my hair today. I just feel like it's getting like bigger and bigger, and I do like it, but it's just like, it just seems like a lot. I feel like my hair already is like pretty big, and it's just like, it's big, but it's tamed, if you know what I mean. But I'll talk to you guys when I'm at my mom's house. So I just got to my mom's house and I opened up the box that my chicken salad is in, and I'm so disappointed because usually they like load up on chicken salad, like load up on chicken salad. I'll show you guys what I mean. So here it is. First of all, it's like squished, and then you lift this up. That's how much chicken salad I got. That's like so disappointing. So yesterday we went to the Asian market. Not only did I get like bulgogi, which you saw yesterday, I also picked up bulgogi udon. I wanted to try this. I love udon, I love bulgogi, so I was like, why not mix the two? So I got this, and then I also got Chinese restaurant tea. That's like the one thing I miss about eating out at Chinese restaurants was like the tea and the wonton soup. So I thought I'd give this a try, and I never knew that it was just a combination of oolong, jasmine, and green tea. But right now I'm back home. I went and took the stuff to my mom's house, the clothes, so it could get washed, and then I came back home, put some stuff away, and I went like head back over once like the hour is up. So I'm going to pick up a little bit here. Okay, so right now I am on my way to my mom's house. I'm just going to like pick up my clothes and then just leave them in the car, and then Martin can like get them when he gets out of work because I do not feel like bringing all of them in. Random thoughts was, I've noticed that everyone who lives like in my apartments, like the complex, they're all like relatively young. So I feel like really comfortable like living next to people who are like my age. And you would think because everyone's young, everyone's probably like partying. I mean, it could be also because of COVID, but it's also pretty quiet in the apartments. And that's not something I would have thought would happen if just like a bunch of like younger people. And by young, I mean like at least like 25. And also my whipped coffee is pretty strong, I must say. I honestly don't think I'm going to be able to drink like this whole thing. I haven't made this since like the beginning of quarantine. And I remember now that I was watching one of Newt's videos, and I went all the way down to the point where he like made the whipped coffee, and then he made a comment saying that he added extra sugar because it calls for like 2 tablespoons of instant coffee, 2 tablespoons of sugar, and 3 tablespoons of water. And I clearly remember now, after he made a comment saying that he added more sugar because he's one of those people that likes their coffee sweet, I was watching and I was like, you know what, I like my coffee sweet. But then I also was like, I don't remember ever adding extra coffee. But then in my head, I was like, obviously, Jackie, you added extra coffee. People who like love coffee, they're gonna scream at me. I love coffee too. I like sweet stuff. I don't like bitter stuff. I like my coffee sweet. I'm those people that add like 4 scoops of sugar in their coffee. 4 scoops of sugar, 2 scoops of creamer in my coffee in the morning. I'm like hyped up. That's because I'm already hyper when I wake up. And when I wake up, I am dead awake. I'm so awake that Martin gets so annoyed that he sends me downstairs. That's how awake I am. So obviously I should like clicked in my head when I was making the coffee. Jackie, add those extra scoops of sugar. You know you already do it. But it didn't click because I've been making coffee like all week and I haven't been adding sugar to any of them because it's already in the syrup. The syrup has the sugar that I need. The sugar I need is the extra 2 scoops of sugar for this whipped coffee. So this is too strong. Too strong. A coffee that's too strong in coffee will give me a headache. A coffee too strong in sugar melts my heart.